All right, guys, so welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy, and for this video I wanted to give you guys another look at all three of the new characters that we received as a part of update 5.2, simply because I have them looking much better than the last time you seen them. I actually have 2 out of 3 of these guys in the top 100 right now, so your boy been putting in the work, and I actually wanted to showcase them a little bit more because of the fact that this is one of the first fully villain based update we've had in quite some time. And one of the constants from the community every time we have a new update coming up is more good villains. More good villains, because as it stands, we have way too many heroes in this game and not enough villains. And the villains that we do have, they're not very good. However, this time around, boys, Netmarble delivered. They gave us a fully hero-free update when we're talking about new characters, and they made it so that all of the villains that came in are actually very good, and 2 out of 3 are actually free to play. Now, I know some of you guys are upset because Electro is the most popular of the 3, and he is the paywall of this update, but nonetheless, they're all very, very good. And if you care about ABX, they're all going to be able to score over 100k, right? If you care about World Boss Ultimate, they're all going to be able to do World Boss Ultimate for you. And if you care about Shadowland, which is what I'm going to showcase in today's video, they can at the very least solo stage 60 plus for you, even at level 60. And that is what I'm going to showcase today, and that's without any kind of CTP on them or Awaken ISO set. Like, with the bare minimum for a decent build, these characters can actually be serviceable, and that's what I wanted to showcase today. So the first up is actually going to be King Drip, aka Molten Man. Okay, so right now this is what he's looking like. He's 46 in the world. Don't take that for too much right now. That just means a lot of people are still sleeping on him, but he's actually a very solid character for me at the very least. This is what the details currently look like. Don't have everything maxed out right now because the Uru system, right? But I'm not gonna go too far into that, right? The Uru system is kind of whack, so I'll have to wait to play around with his Urus a little bit more. This is what his Urus currently look like though. We have some physical attack, some crit damage, and some crit rate. All his skills, for the most part, the important ones are at 6. This one right here, the 1 skill, you don't even need to level this up because I don't use it at all. The 3, the 4, and the 5, that's the money, but the 2 actually has paralysis. This actually works in World Boss Ultimate, so that's actually really good. And then we have the fire resistance decrease right here, so that's also a really good skill. So if you find the opportunity to use it, it's actually a good idea to use it. Then we have Power of Angry Hulk for his ISO set, and for his custom gear I decided to go with Ignore Dodge, simply because he's a combat character, so natively you want to pit him against speed characters, and those characters tend to have natively high dodge. So I decided to go with Ignore Dodge, fire damage, and a 160 proc for obvious reasons. So first up, man, let's jump in and I'll show you guys how this guy does on stage 62 against this wave mode right here. And he actually puts in work and he can crush it, and I'm happy with that because past stage 60, most level 60 characters, they tap out. They don't have enough DPS, especially when you're talking about a character that's not rocking an offensive leadership. But because of all the buffs that he has natively, he puts in work and he crushes this, and I'm loving it. So we're just gonna have to watch out for Iron Man because he's a blast character, so we don't want to let him get away. Want to keep him. There we go. Let's get that buff. I took a little bit of damage to start, but I wanted to make sure that I lock down Iron Man and keep him beside Hulkbuster. That way I can hit them both at the same time. And he has a lot of crowd control, like the fear, the bind, the stun. Like, he's really, really good, guys. And the AoE is just nasty. Like, he takes up so much of the screen. Hulkbuster is already dead. And I didn't mean to use the 1 skill, but it's okay. Now, you just need to die. And I want to have my 5th skill ready for when Ultron comes out. So I'm just gonna, okay, I'm trying real hard not to use the 5th skill because I want to use that belly flop on Ultron. There we go. Wasted a lot of time there, but come here. That way I can spawn kill all of your summons. Go in this corner, get this buff. There we go. Okay, now we're good. I was a little bit concerned about Ultron simply because he has so many summons, and when they're all on the map, they eat up DPS. But this guy, man, he's a monster. You guys can see for yourself. He's an absolute monster. These guys have literally no chance. If he had a heal in his kit, oh my goodness, he would be so much better. Like, it's not even a joke. Okay, listen here, Vision. Don't play with me. You're gonna get the business too. Okay, The blast one I want to push back onto the universal one. There we go. There we go. We got it, baby. We got it. Like half the time used, and we almost have this thing wrapped up. So tells me that with this build that I currently have on him, we can probably do like 65, maybe even like 70, right? Maybe not against this particular stage, but like if it's a speed stage, then most definitely, right? Because he's gonna have an advantage against those guys, whereas in this stage there's no speed character and there's a couple blast types, right? So yeah, man, Molten Man melting these guys, schmelting these guys. They can't handle it, man. Too hot, you know what I'm saying? Gotta love it, man. This guy's actually solid. Next up, let's see what we have on. Ooh, okay, a hero stage. Let's swap that. Villain stage. Okay, I can rock with it. Next up is actually going to be, you know what, let's use my guy Zabuza or Toby Maru, whatever you guys want to call him. I'll show you guys his setup real quickly. Here we go. We have him at rank 74 in the world. I wasn't lying, boys. I'll be putting in the work. This is what his stats currently look like. A little bit better than Molten Man, but it's still not perfect. You know what I'm saying? The Urus, this is what they look like. We got some physical attack because even though he does energy-based damage, and also one thing I noticed in this update, all three of these characters, their one skill, pure garbage. The other skills, very good, right? So that's something I wanted to point out. But even though all of his skills do energy damage, the energy damage is actually based off of his physical attack. So you definitely don't want to give him energy attack Urus. You definitely don't want to give him energy attack Urus. You want to give him physical attack Urus. Okay, keep that in mind. He's kind of like Thanos, where Thanos has a lot of energy-based skills, but it's based off of his physical attack. Okay, boys? Next up, same ISO set. And the reason why I said that so many times is because this is probably not the best ISO set for him. You probably want to go with Power for Angry Hulk just for the extra attack speed, right? That's why mine is so low, but it is what it is. This is what I currently have for the custom gear, and I'm happy about it, but I'm also sad about it. The proc is too low, right? But the other stats are really good. The crit rate, the crit damage, that's why his crits are so high right now. So that's really good, and I'm actually really liking him, so I'm sad that I don't have anything higher than this with this particular stat setup for him. Anyways, let's jump in and I'll show you guys how he does right here on this villain wave. Hopefully we can get a wave for Electro as well. All right, so we're gonna start off with the 5th, then probably use the 3. Also, guys, if you want to, you can probably give this guy a CTP of like Transcendence to buff these water dragons, but I don't know. I'll probably go with a regular damage proc over that just to buff his damage on that 5th skill. Because they do damage, and the great part about it is they don't pull aggro. So in World Boss Ultimate, it's not like that skill is gonna be a liability to you. The boss isn't gonna really like target them. All right, but not having that higher proc is making this a little bit of a challenge. Okay, where you going? Just die, bro. There we go. I'm gonna have to do they move? The radius on them is really good though. Okay, go in this corner. Stay here. It's really easy to land this proc too, so that's good. I actually really love those dragons, man. I really love them. Like, it reminds me of the second Hokage. It reminds me of Zabuza. It reminds me of Kisame. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of so many anime characters, but like, just because they're dragons, it just reminds me so much of the first time I seen Zabuza in action. Even though, in the grand scheme of things, I actually got hit there because I was talking and having a moment. Anyways, he's very safe. You should ideally not get hit with them, right? Unless you're like a scrub like me and you're not paying attention. And this isn't necessarily like the easiest wave mode just because of all the summons that are in here, right? And Maximus, he's really annoying. Okay, my proc is a little bit off. But even somebody like Maximus that has all these summons, he's still getting the business, boys. Like, he's just getting guard broken endlessly. Yeah, I really want to give him a higher proc. I really want to give him a higher proc. I think he deserves it. Like, this is actually quite good. Right, even with me messing around and messing up, he putting in work, man. So shout out to my guy Zabu Zamamochi, you know what I'm saying, or the second Okage, whatever you guys want to call him. All right, let's see what's on 64 first. We could do this. Actually, no, we cannot do this because electric attacks doesn't work here. So let's try something else. Oh, really? You're gonna have to switch that? Okay. Wow, come on, man. Really? They give me all these hero stages. Actually, yeah, I think Electro can do this. Actually, no, they're all combat types. Duh, I thought that was the villain one. Really? These guys just don't want to cooperate. Oh my goodness, come on. These guys just want to waste my gold right now. Like any villains. There we go. Okay, we got a villain wave. All right, the modifier is nasty, but anyways, let me show you guys the build on Electro right quick. Now, surprisingly, out of the 3 characters, I actually have him ranked the lowest, and that's surprising to me simply because I thought since he's the paywall character, less people would have him. That would mean my rank would be higher, right? But no, actually, a lot of the ABX players wanted to get their hands on him ASAP to see if he could become the new meta and take over for Korath. As you all know, I don't really care too much about ABX, but whatever, that's besides the point. This is what his stats currently look like. I have 3 of his stats actually maxed out. Critical damage is pretty nice and the crit rate is decent as well. This is what Uru's currently look like. It's a mixture of energy attack, ignore defense, crit rate, and critical damage. And as you guys saw earlier, his 1 skill not maxed out because, like I said, the 1 skill on all 3 of these characters, I think it's a garbage skill. You can use it in Shadowland, but that's the only place you're gonna find any use for it. Just stick with the other skills, in my opinion. Then we have Power of Angry Hulk for him here, and then we have lightning damage, critical damage, and a 160 proc. I was toying with the idea of giving him a CTP of energy or trying him with a CTP of rage, but a lot of you guys hit me up and you said you wanted me to use a normal custom gear on him, so I decided to go with this one right here. Wish I had a higher proc, but it is what it is. This is enough to get the job done. Next time I'm going to show you guys how they all do in ABX, and I'll also showcase them in World Boss Ultimate. But for today, we'll do a little bit of Shadowland because you guys are always asking for more Shadowland gameplay. So let's jump in and kill these guys real quick. Now we're gonna open with the 4 skill here, then try to proc on 5. But for me, with Electro, I find it really hard to keep the proc on the 5th skill for the entire duration of the time I'm using him. Let me know if that's the case for you guys as well. We can use the 1 skill since this is Shadowland, and then we'll go right back into the 5th skill. And the 5th skill, even though it has a lot of hits and he's doing a whole lot, I find it really like hard to get the proc at the beginning of the skill, right? And if I wait too long with the 4th, like that, like the proc actually ends up coming at the end of the 4th skill. Like, it's weird. Like, it's really challenging to keep the proc on the 5th skill with them if you're trying to use like the 4th skill to trigger the damage proc. And this is actually looking like it's too difficult for him. Really? Damn. Come on, buddy. Please tell me you can do this. Okay, we're gonna need to tighten up, buddy. Come on, you got this. Okay, this is looking quite challenging, but I think that was just because she was a combat type, right? Right, Electro? You got this, right, bro? Yeah, you got this. You're not gonna let me down like that, bro. Come on, how you gonna let the free-to-play characters complete their stage with time to spare, and then you run out of time, bro? Come on, you can't lose. I'm just playing. I'm not trying to talk shit about free-to-play characters, guys. I love free-to-play characters. Any character that I can get in this game without spending money is a great character, especially if they can do something. You know what I'm saying? So never think I'm insulting free-to-play players or free-to-play characters, because as you all know, right, before you guys started like making demands to see characters day 1, I was taking the free-to-play approach to literally every character that came to the game. So if you go back to like 2016, 2017 or whatever I started the channel, you guys know exactly what was going on. You know what time it is, right? I'm trying to focus, see if I can get the proc back on. Ooh, yeah, you can do this. You can do this. Yeah, I think we had like a little struggle there at the beginning simply because the type disadvantage. But yeah, I find it really difficult to keep the damage proc on his 5th skill for the entire duration of the fight without skipping some skills. Like if you skip some skills and you wait around a lot, then yeah, it's much easier to keep the the damage proc on the 5th. But if you try to cycle through his skills, because he has so many hits on certain skills, right, he will trigger the proc early a lot of the time. But there you go, man. 3 for 3, boys. 3 for 3 with all 3 new characters, stage 60 plus in Shadowland. All right, boys, so we're going to wrap it up right here, man. Just wanted to give y'all another look at them since I have them built much better than I did last time. If there's anything else you guys want to see with them, hit me in the comments. And also, if you guys want to see PvP gameplay with any of these guys, I'll be more than happy to try at the very least. I know I don't do a lot of PvP gameplay videos, right? And I've been getting a lot of flack from you guys for that, right? So if you guys want to see PvP with these guys or any of the other characters, hit me in the comments. And yeah, I'll be more than happy to do that for you, man. But I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace. Gotta love it, man. All 3 of these guys laying the smackdown. Finally got some nice villains. And 2 out of 3, free to play. Can't ask for more than that, guys. Really can't.